The Coaches Show is brought to you by Highway 55, Burgers, Shakes, and Fries. The Professional Fence Company. Our name says it all. No job too big or too small. Nunboys.com. And GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Glenn Young alongside head coach Tom Paris. The Coaches Show is brought to you by Highway 55, Burgers, Shakes, and Fries, Professional Fence Company, ProFence.com. Find them on the web and Facebook. Their name says it all. No job too big or too small. Give them a call. 910-875-5912. Nunboys.com. Advertising, marketing, t-shirts, GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. Coach, not much we can say. Tough loss. Some of the key things that went on: the 6 turnovers, 4 in the first half. One gave Lumberton the ball on the 10-yard line. Others gave them the ball just inside the 50. We were playing catch up the rest of the night. When you look at it, though, when we come out, we're down 3 possessions, 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. There was no reason to abandon what we were doing because we were moving the ball all over the place. What do you feel that, obviously, if we don't have the turnovers, we win the game? I mean,
they got 4 touchdowns off of our 6 turnovers, and I guess the most disheartening piece of it is the ball disruption drill and the anti-turnover drills that we do. No matter how you look at it, when the sun sets at the end of the day, it's on me and it's on our coaches. And we've got to keep working, and we got to do a better job preparing our kids in those situations so that those type of things don't happen. I don't care who you are. You don't have an answer for turnovers.
No, you don't.
You don't have an answer. We had over 400 yards total offense.
Yes, big night.
Andre had, I think, 109 rushing.
Andre Pergis.
Quinn had 130 rushing.
Quinn Maynard, yes.
And Brandon Smith had 137 rushing.
And it was amazing because there were a lot of people who were filling in for the loss of production that Jacob Rushing gives us.
And if you'd have told me that we were going to have over 300 yards rushing without Jacob Rushing, I said, ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
We had some guys that really, really stepped up. And but like
Donovan
you say,
Wirt out there running the ball
no
as well.
doubt about it. But you turn the ball over, you give it to them on the 10-yard line.
Yes.
Already you put them on the short field. We felt like that we did a better job defensively when we had room to work, because I believe they punted more than we did.
Yes, they did.
And but
the little pooch punt with their quarterback. They had a freshman quarterback.
I don't care who you are. You turn the ball over 5-6 times, you're not going to beat anybody.
Yeah. Now, as he went down to the game a little bit further, I mean, we had some key moments. Nakeem Shaw returned for kickoff for a return for a touchdown. Brandon Smith, as you just talked about. Quinn Maynard looks like he was down, spins around, the referees don't blow the whistle, takes it the distance.
Well, he wasn't down. You could see it easily from the sideline. He put his hand down, his knee never touched, his elbow never touched. He was able to spin and keep moving, and the officials saw that he wasn't down, so they didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah. And then the thing about it, he looks back, and then he stretches across the end zone and gets the taunting penalty. So now we got a challenging 2-point conversion. That was another thing. Missed point, kicker missed one. We missed maybe 3 others, 2-point conversions, and those are big difference, critical pieces that end up. Then we couldn't punch it in from the 1. So
well, see, you go back and look at the film. I still think those last 2 times we broke the plane, and that's disheartening. But evidently the officials didn't see it that way. Go figure that.
Yeah. And another thing, I was going to get to that, when you talk about distractions, bigger distraction, the band at halftime or the State Farm light commercial that the referees trying to figure out what to call.
Well, you know, our band's great, and I, you know, had to beg the officials not to penalize us. You know, and I don't know.
And it was homecoming, ran a little long, and it's.
But you know, Ernie told me that they were going to talk with Neil because you know, he said, you know, coach is sitting good, but I don't know. Yeah, and them conferring. You know, there were actually 2 conferences that they had, and I didn't necessarily like the outcomes, but you know, you can contest it all day long. All that's going to ultimately get you is probably another flag.
Yeah.
And I wasn't about to put us in that situation.
And I guess the last thing, Coach, I'll call it, you know, pun intended, insult to injury. Brandon Smith went down. Number 6 went down. Dylan Hoffman, number 78, went down. How are all these guys doing?
Dylan's had his MRI. He has a strained MCL, an ACL, and a bruise. So there's nothing torn.
Okay.
We're still waiting on the results from Brandon Smith's MRI. You know, Montrell's good.
Montrell Douglas, number 6. Yeah.
Right, you know, tweaked it a little bit, and Dylan's out this week. Brandon's out this week. Both of them are in knee braces, and we're just awaiting. You know, Brandon's diagnosis. The prognosis on Dylan is out this week, possibly next week. Definitely should be able to return by the Pinecrest game.
Okay.
But you know, it's going to be day to day. We're gonna work him and PT him as aggressively as we possibly can based on the protocols set down by the orthopedist. But by the same respect, I'm not. You know, I love all our kids. I'm not going to jeopardize anybody's well-being and a potential future by bringing them back too soon if they're not ready to go. You know, there's a lot of things that weigh into it, and certainly their health and well-being is first and foremost.
A lot of kids stepped up. Devin Norwood, number 20, caught a great pass across the middle.
Yes, he did.
How are you going to fill in all these blanks? Because we got a lot of missing pieces.
Well, I
was glad to see where all the kids stepped up when Jacob went down, and they really did. 400 yards of total offense. I mean, you look at that, you just see the stats, and man, Polk County must have blew them away. And then you look at the final score, and it's just, wow, how does this happen?
It's like a bad dream. It just doesn't end. You know, I keep wanting to wake up and think, you know, the numbers that scream that we're better are completely overshadowed by the record. And obviously, you know, the record is what you're judged by. But by the same respect, working to glean positives out of the progress and the gains that we've made is difficult for our players as well, because you know the absolutes of the record overshadow it for them too. But it does for everybody. It does for the coaches. It does for the players. I know it does for the community. It's you know, it's really disheartening. But you know, the sun comes up every day, and we go out there and we get after it, and you know, we continue to work towards trying to improve and put together what we got to do in order to win a game. This week's been no different.
Well, Coach, we're going to leave it there. Lumberton's in the book. When we come back, we're going to talk Scotland County, everything that is Scotland County. We roll out there on this Friday coming up. We'll be right back.